Hello everyone, Arcblight here, and we have some Valheim news for the roadmap that's coming up from the developers, and I figured I would go over some of that with you guys and see what it all entails. Alright, let's get into it. So this is a picture of the roadmap that they gave us for 2021. I'm not exactly sure when all of these are going to roll out, but each one of these updates, the Hearth and Home, Cult of the Wolf, Ships and Sea, and the new biomes have been specifically talked about more by the developers in another article, which we'll go over in just a minute. The If Odin Wills It, they haven't really said much about the stuff that's listed in there. I'm hoping some of that will come sooner than later, but who knows. But yeah, let's go into the article and see what that says. So the new information that we've got is from PC Gamer by Christopher Livingston, and it reveals some more details as to what the new roadmap is going to entail. So when Valheim launched on February 2nd, developer Iron Gate posted an early access roadmap, which we just went over, to show what it expects to add to co-op Viking survival game in 2021. Alright, so they spoke with the co-founder of Iron Gate Studios, Henrik, about what those updates will contain. They've also talked a little bit about some of the other new features like mini-bosses that might be added to Valheim in the future. So if we scroll down, we have Hearth and Home. The first update is called Hearth and Home, which, as the name suggests, it will focus on the house building aspect of the game with more building pieces and stuff to do in and around the house. It will probably be focused on the food preparation aspect of the game with more recipes and stuff like that, but there's also some new additional building pieces, which actually sounds really good because a lot of the building with Valheim is really cool, especially if you have like a creative mind and you can come up with a lot of different things. But as far as the actual pieces and stuff you're able to utilize to craft with, it seems kind of limited, especially compared to like other games. Not that that's terrible, the game is still fantastic in the state that it's in, but it'll be really exciting to get all these new building pieces to work with. Recipes is cool too. For me personally, I'm big on building, so that's the part that interests me the most. But then we go over to Cult of the Wolf. This is the most intriguingly named update, but they unfortunately didn't give us a whole lot more to go on. It will be an update that focuses on exploration and combat, with hopefully some new fun and different encounters for the players. Since wolves frequent the mountain biome, I'm guessing this update will focus on that area, but we still don't really know. So yeah, not a lot of information on that, but we'll see. And update 3, Ships and Sea. We will bring some ship customization and try to flesh out the ocean biome a bit more, which is pretty cool. Since it's not as populated, I guess you could say, as the rest of the land biomes, so we want some more stuff to do out in the ocean. So yeah, that makes sense with the name of the update, what it's going to be focused on. The only thing I hope is that they don't make sailing simply more dangerous, and a lot more like combat and getting ambushed out there and everything like that. I hope it's a little bit more of like actual activities that you want to participate in and that you want to do. But we'll see what exactly they do with any of that stuff. And then update 4, Mistlands. Mistlands will add an entirely new biome to Valheim. So there will be new enemies, new items, new bosses, new resources, everything. And that's what we have planned for this year. So yeah, that's quite a big task, but we will accept the challenge, so to speak. Speaking of bosses, they also confirmed that each new biome added to the game will contain its own boss. And if that's not enough, some new lesser bosses might make an appearance at some point too. In the finished version of the game, there will be 9 biomes with 9 bosses. And then we're also exploring adding mini-bosses and stuff like that. So yeah, there will be more bosses coming. Okay, yeah, that is super cool. Because with the new bosses, that's more, powers basically to go get as well. So that'll be really interesting to see what kind of powers they put into play. And I like the bosses that they have in the game so far, so it'll be pretty cool to see what they come up with for the next ones. And it makes sense that they would be working on a new biome, because if you go really, really far to the north or really far to the south in the maps, you'll find like the Ashlands and the Mistlands. You'll find them, but they won't be developed yet. They won't have anything in there really. And I've already seen with like the Ashlands, they plan on having like flame ingots and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what like new ore or minerals or whatever they decide to put in there. I also asked how adding entirely new biomes would affect the procedurally generated worlds people are currently exploring and building in. and if those new biomes would overwrite sections of the world players people already visited. Yeah, so it looks like they're discussing how to do that from a technical standpoint. Can't really give a clear answer right now. Hopefully it won't be too bad because, like I said, if you go to those areas, you can see that they exist, but they're just not fully developed or anything. They're not fleshed out. So hopefully with an update, since those places are already there, we'll keep everything we have. Maybe they'll just wipe out those sections or something like that and fill it in with whatever content that they develop. But I mean, we'll see how that goes. The whole team is working on fixing all the bugs that come to light when you suddenly get 1 million people playing your game, or 2 million. We're 5 people, by the way, so we have quite a lot to do. So yeah, this whole game is being developed by just 5 people, which is insane. With the game coming out, and like, yeah, I mean, there's bugs and everything, but it's nothing game-breaking or whatever. But seeing what 5 people have accomplished so far is amazing, and I'm really hoping with all the sales and popularity of the game that they'll be able to either hire people or whatever they have to do and be able to push a lot of content out, because so far the game is amazing, and the quicker we get content, the longer that the lifespan of this game goes on for. At least that's the way that I see it. But yeah, that seems to be the full details on all the updates for the roadmap, at least so far. If there's any further updates, I'll make some videos on that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go play some more Valheim. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to like, subscribe. I'm gonna be doing some more Valheim content in the future, and feel free to follow me over at Twitch if you want to hang out and chat, talk about the game. And yeah, as always, everybody, thanks for watching.